want to talk about the kind of fascist intimidation that is used by the media, and in this case I mean the Canadian media and the US media, in going not against the truckers, but against people, ordinary people who support the truckers, who make small contributions to the truckers. Let's look at the case of a gelato cafe in Ottawa that is called Stella Luna. It is owned by a woman named Tammy Giuliani, employs about 40 people. And on February 5th, the owner, Tammy Giuliani, sent a $250 donation to the truckers. And now that wasn't known at the time. And to quote Tammy Giuliani, she says basically that she supported the fact that these guys were standing up for small business. They're standing up for freedom. She says, I loved what they were doing. I thought it needed to be said. And so she decided to help them out. But now this donation has become public because evidently someone hacked into the GoFundMe account. This was the GiveSendGo account. And there was an article in Reuters that published the list of the donors with a kind of a spreadsheet of what the hackers came up with. By the way, it's very interesting. Twitter, which had censored the Hunter Biden story, claiming that they thought that that was hacked. Now, it wasn't hacked, and Twitter subsequently had to back down and apologize for doing that. But here, Twitter is perfectly allowing this hack of the names of people who have contributed to the truckers. And here's an interesting post by the Washington Post. This just came out today. And that is, the Washington Post is now sending emails to people who gave money. And this is someone who gave $40. I'm going to read the email. I'm a reporter at the Washington Post, and I'm writing about leaked data on GiveSendGo contributions to the trucker convoy in Canada. Your name and email address are associated with a $40 contribution. Can you tell me if this matches your records? And then what motivated you to contribute to this campaign? So clearly what they're trying to do here is get these people's names flushed out so that they can be harassed and they can be intimidated. And we know that that's happening because it happened to Tammy Giuliani. Let me describe it. She says that her staff began to receive threats once her donation was publicized on Twitter. She says that they're, quote, they're threatening to throw bricks through our window. They're threatening to come and get us. We said, lock the door. We'll find out what's going on. And so this woman is now backing off. Now she's basically saying, listen, I'm sorry. I thought I was supporting a good cause. I didn't mean to cause any trouble. We support a lot of good causes. So in short, she's been intimidated. And no surprise, they forced her to close her store. The Gelato Cafe is now shut down. So this is pure socialist intimidation. I mean, just think about all the things you read about socialist societies where people are encouraged to rat on their neighbors. Hey, I saw my neighbor. He was reading a book about freedom. Think about all the way in which the Chinese crackdowns using technology against people who go against the regime. Well, all of this is now here. I mean, it's in the West. It's in Canada. It's in America. And you know what's interesting is that the media is playing a willing accessory role in this kind of thuggery. Now, the most surprising development in this whole story, let me read this. This is a tweet this morning. I fail to see why any journalist felt the need to report on a shop owner making such an insignificant donation to get them harassed. It's unconscionable and journalists need to do better. And the author of this tweet is none other than Ilhan Omar. What? I remember when I first saw it, I had to sort of do a double take. I thought it might be someone with a similar name. And I'm tempted here to sort of look for some ulterior motive, but I'm actually not going to. I think one of the striking things we find when we look at politics is that you have very bad people who sometimes do something nice, or you have very good people who sometimes do something wrong. And I think in this case, I just think that here's Ilhan Omar of all people, and it's too much even for her. Even she sees this idea that these thug operations like the Ottawa Citizen, that's the paper that reported on this in Ottawa, or the Washington Post, these are nothing more than ideological goons, even though they're ideological goons on our own side, who are going after ordinary citizens for contributing, what, $40? This is the state of our society today. This is the state of our media.